Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.
Many Magic the Gathering players ask the question, why the hell is Ice and CE cards tanking? That's right. Today, we're going to talk all about why these cards, printed in 1994 as a collector's edition, international edition set. I think international was 5,000 print run and 15,000 collectors, but found to be only 10,000, something like that. Limited production, complete set with extra lands. These were sold for $49.95 back in 1994. And lately, there's been a fire sale of these cards on eBay. Dealers have been selling them like crazy. Players and investors and everything alike, they're going crazy. And everybody is blaming it on the Magic 30 anniversary set, and they have all these conspiracy theories. So I want to tell you my take today. All right, so first off, for those of you going to Magic 30 in Las Vegas, October 28th to 30th, I will be there. I will be there. If you want to hang out, if you want to have dinner, lunch, not breakfast, it's Las Vegas, sorry. We can do that. Let's talk about Magic. Let's talk about investing. If you're looking to buy or anything, I'm not going to have a table. Don't ask me at the show. Now, I will be at a secure location if you like to meet up for some Magic trading. That's all I have to say about that. But I'd be happy to discuss stuff outside the show. All right, so let's talk Ice and CE. Lately, well, first off, if you don't know what these cards are, they're square corner, gold back, just like the Magic 30 cards. Back in 1993 or 94, they produced them as kind of a collector-only set. Yes, not tournament legal, just for collectors. What is... Oh, that's just for the collectors. But back in the day, was it getting the same crazy, like, oh, it's all about the players, it's okay. Or, no, it's not cool, the collectors got something. No, because the price was $49.95. Or I wasn't around. Maybe that was a lot of money back in the day. So maybe players did complain. Not sure. We'll have to comment below if you were in that era. Did the players complain at that era? Let me know. Comment below. All right, so here's the conspiracy theories I've been hearing. Number one conspiracy theory. Magic 30 Anniversary Edition set. The dealers have to sell all their cards because they're already believing that there's going to be a mass exodus of Ice and CE. So they're selling it at the top as they can. And these are going to like half in price or something. And they're starting to go down to a point where it's getting a lot of eyeballs looking at it. For example, the Black Lotus mint condition CE Ice quality card was around $5,000. You know, just right out of the box. Now they're selling for anywhere from $4,000 to $3,500, maybe even $3,000 if you're just desperate for money, because there's so much volume of sales on eBay, all the forums for on Facebook, whatever. There's so much stuff going on those. It's dangerous. It's going down really fast. That includes the Power 9. The Power 9 was around $1,000 a card. Now they're just at sub 600s, something like that. Dual lands are still okay, but they're just not the same level. And now, talking about complete sets, I think Rudy from Alpha Investments put out a $10,000 buy price for complete sets, and that price might lower because if there's enough supply out there, you're going to have to lower your price. There's too much items to sell. By the way, if you have a complete CE set, Ice set for $10,000, contact me first. I'll pay more. And I'll also give you some Taco Bell gift cards on top of that as part of the deal. How's that? All right, so that theory of dealers selling because they feel they're raising cash, that is triggering an event. Now, do I think that actually is going to hold? I actually think CE and Ice are going to spike right back up to where it was. In fact, I think that if the Magic 30 sells really well. And the prices are around the CE Ice price, if not more in some cases, because I think the Black Lotus is going to be even more rare, more difficult, right, to get. That I can see that the cards will spike back up and compete with each other in some way. And in fact, if the Magic 30 cards actually hold up to the values of what CE Ice cards were, then I can see them actually rising above that, because people will figure out, whoa, wait a second. Those were the OG 1994 edition cards. That is the OG collector's edition. And then you have the 30-year collector edition, right? Think about this. Those are going to be more valuable in the end. Now, you can argue, again, that there's square corner cards, not tournament legal. Well, they're both not tournament legal, but they're still. The Magic 30 has real beta corner cards, right? So people might prefer that versus the older collector's edition. And I have to say, there might be some value and interest for, an argument for that to say. As far as the next conspiracy theory, this one is absolutely, oh my gosh, I don't even understand why it's even happening. People feel like the downturn of these cards is because of one interesting thing. The players of old school are somehow tired of this whole crap that's happened, and they want to sell their CE Ice positions to then buy cheaper, proxy, we'll talk about that in another video, proxy Magic 30 cards, and then obviously have a profit of the difference. Okay, so follow me here. Okay, think about this. Let's say you sell all of your Ice and CE cards and they're $20,000. Okay, whatever. They're hoping that they sell all those cards out, liquidating it for cash. Then when the Magic 30 comes out, they're hoping that set's going to be, let's say, $10,000. And get the same cards, right? You pocket $10,000 cash, and when you're playing old school Magic with casual or tournament, some tournaments accept it, except in the Swedish format, you have to have real cards. I think in Eternal Central rules, you're allowed to have collector's edition Ice cards. So why not have the same thing as you have with the Magic 30? This assumption, this thing of selling, like you're an old school player, profiting off what you have and then buying into it later, I find it to be probably the theory of kind of true, but I think it's a big mistake. And here's why. Number one, the transaction costs alone to do all that, to sell them, there's going to be a cost to that. Back to what I said, number one, I actually think the cards are going to go back up. So you're actually going to, well, I guess if you're into trading cards and you're into like action, you're into like, oh, I got to get involved in this FOMO, right? I have to do it. I have to sell these cards. Yeah, I think you could probably squeeze a little money here and there. And if you're in a tighter budget and you're not able to buy a lot of cards with cash, getting that profit and then reinvesting could happen. But I think in the long run, for your time and everything, I don't think it's happening. And I also don't think real old school players who are really interested, they're going to want like the reprint 30th anniversary versus the old school 1994 collector's edition. A lot of people really see that as the real, like real reprint set back in the day, and they love that set. There's that beautiful collector's box, that, those vintage, packs or whatever, the sealed set, and they love it. I know people that have like 30, 40 little sets invested into those sets. So what, they're just going to go off and sell all those and then buy the Magic 30 packs? No way. Absolutely not. I don't think people are doing that at all. So what is going on? I want to hear your comments below. Why in the world is it going down? Why is it? Is it what I said earlier? It's a sell-off frenzy? Is it, or the third thing is just what I think is really going on. It's just the typical high supply, dump it because of fear, okay, like a stock, and then it bounces back. I'm not sure what the actual stock term is, but then it bounces back because of the fact that there's actual real love and demand for the cards by the investors and the players, collectors, and they realize that this Magic 30 thing, well, is probably not going to hold in value comparative to that. Or is the fourth thing happening? Do you think do you think that the collector's edition cards, ice cards, are going to tank to the bottom compared to the Magic 30 anniversary cards? That's the fourth theory. Is that going to happen? And that's why people are selling like crazy, because they're like, whoa, this is a depreciating investment. My cards are going to be worthless. This new Magic 30 price point is so much higher. There's more growth for that. Is that true? Is that the reason why it's tanking? Comment below. I want to hear your thoughts. And again, if you're in Magic 30 Las Vegas, just message me on here. Find me on the website, vintagemagic.com. Love to meet up with you guys. My phone number is on there. Give me a call. All right, guys, take care. Have a nice day.
Hey everyone, it's me, Daniel with VintageMagic.com. I want to share with you more about how we handle consignments. So to begin the consignment process, we actually need to start with the consultation service. In this consultation, I will determine what you're looking to do. And generally, consigners usually tell me, hey Dan, I'm looking to sell my items and maximize the value of their collection. After we determine through the consultation, I usually like to do an appraisal process. And an appraisal process in terms of a consignment is more fitted towards authenticity and valuation for current market values. From there, after a contract is crafted and signed, we will then receive the items from you. The reason why our consignment process is very thorough is we also identify cards that could be graded so then they can maximize higher dollar values. So the payment process is very simple. Once we have sold your items, you'll get an updated ledger and we will process payment for whatever form of payment you need. As a consignor, you're gonna experience our white glove service. What that means is I'm gonna personally handle your collectibles from beginning to end. And rest assured, the client that purchases your collectibles will also receive the same white glove service. It's a signature service that I really pride myself on in working closely with my clients.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.